Hey guys, Danny here again, and today we're going to be talking about why it's hard for a woman to find a man to date. And it's also coming from a male's perspective. Anyway, let's get into it. The first thing I'd like to talk about is unrealistic expectations. Women tend to have a long list of must-haves. They have to be tall, they have to have a high-paying job, they have to be very handsome. It's not enough for them to find a man with a decent job, decent looking. That's not good enough. He's got to be the best of the best, pretty much. When I was younger, I personally found it hard to find women to date. At the time, I was working in a supermarket, stacking groceries. And once that came out of my mouth, it was pretty much shut down. I don't want to know you. But 10 years later, when I was working in construction and I was making 150k plus a year, all of a sudden I was getting numbers and I was getting dates. That told me something. How much you make matters to a woman. So a lot of women tend to go for high value men. The problem with these guys that have great jobs, that are great looking and great personalities, they also have a lot more choices with who they want to date. Let's say there was a scale out of 1 to 10 and it included looks, personality, and financial stability. Now let's say the guy was a 9 out of 10 and he had his shit together. Well, take a look in the mirror and where do you think you are at in your life? Are you going to the gym and exercising, and are you in shape like the guy that you're going for? Are you struggling financially? Are you overweight and working at McDonald's and selling hamburgers? And you're trying to go for the guy that's rich, handsome, and has a great body, and he's got a great personality? Yeah, you have to be realistic. That's the problem these days. Women aren't realistic. Also, men today don't feel appreciated. And this is from personal experience. I'm 43 now, and I'm currently married, but I dated for about 15 years. I always tend to put more into the relationship than the woman did. You know, if I bought her flowers, complimented her all the time, I never got nowhere near that level of attention in return. So a lot of men don't feel appreciated today. This also leads into fear of commitment. Men can see it all around them. Their friends and family. The divorce rate is over 50%. And who's usually worse off after a divorce? The man. So they lose a lot financially. They have to pay child support, alimony. So after an experience like that, I bet a lot of them aren't rushing to get back into the dating pool. Okay, so let's use that scale of 1 to 10. A lot of women that are like 5s, they want to date 9s and 10s. I think a lot of that comes from when they used to go out. A 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 guy would pick them up or pursue them. So it tended to boost their confidence, and they believe that that's the type of men that they could attract for a long-term relationship. But guess what, girls? A lot of good-looking guys that go out to nightclubs and pick up girls, some may even date you for a little while. They're pretty much just in it for the sexual relationship. See, a man will date downwards just for sex. You know, if he approaches 3 or 4 really stunning girls and they reject him, he'll move down to one that's not as good looking. Especially when men are younger, they're usually thinking with another part of their body and not their brain or their heart. So this tends to give women a false sense of confidence that they can attract really good looking, rich guys with good personalities, when in fact, yes, that's true for a short-term relationship, but for a long-term relationship, that man's got a lot more options and he's going to go for the better looking girl. He's not going to date downwards when he's looking for a long-term relationship. So a lot of women don't want relationships with the guys that actually like them, because to the woman, that guy's not good enough. He's not good looking enough. He doesn't make enough money. So they end up finding it hard to find someone to settle down with. So the women are aiming way too high. Instead of going for someone that's more on their level in terms of financially and in looks, they're going for guys that are out of their reach for a long-term relationship. Like I said before, yeah, sure, one-night stands or short-term dating. A guy up here will date a girl that's a bit lower. But when he's seeking out a long-term relationship, he's got a lot more options and he's going to pick the best of the best. Guess what, ladies? There's plenty of guys out there that want to date you. They just might not be millionaires with Brad Pitt looks, but there's plenty of guys out there that are decent looking, that have decent jobs. They may not be rich, but they want to date you. Anyway, I hope you found some of this information useful. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much.